Hello, I went on a hike today and I wanted to talk about a time. I was probably a teenager, somewhere around there. And I don't even know if I was a teenager, honestly. I was probably like 11, 12, maybe almost a teenager, 13. I don't know, somewhere around that age. But we had this huge tree in the backyard, like a 30-foot tree. And it was really beautiful. It was like really pretty. And what me and my brother did, because it had like a really tall trunk, I would guesstimate about 10 to 12 foot long trunk that you had to climb in order to get up in the tree. So what we did is we put these boards that like we nailed these two boards of wood with nails, and we made a stairs. We made stairs on the trunk, and we put the two, like I don't know, just plywood, not plywood, but a 2x4 of wood or something. We just nailed them on the trunk so we can make our way up, right? So, anyways, I climbed the tree using that, okay, and oopsie, I put in only one screw instead of two, and it kind of wobbled. So I got down, and then I put two screws, two nails. It was screws, nails, not screws. And then it was fine. So then I made it up my way. And when I was up on the tree, I'm just enjoying the view, look around. I felt like there was, I had this overwhelming feeling that I was going to fall to my death. And I mean to my death. I was freaking out. I was panicking. I was I was in a panic attack pretty much. And then I was just like, okay, I could do this, and just kept climbing down and overcame that anxiety, that feeling that I received. And so anyways, I overcame my fear on that, okay? And I've never had that experience. It might sound stupid and maybe not so severe, but it was. I don't have panic attacks. I don't have that kind of issue. And it was like I could see that I was going to fall to my death. And I don't know how to explain it, but I kept seeing the branch break, and I kept thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And it freaked me out so bad. And I've climbed trees all my life. That's something I did. So it wasn't anything out of the ordinary for me to do this. As time goes on, it did mean something to me, but not until years later. But anyways, so now when I just overcame it, I fought what I was feeling, and I kept going. Now in this house, I love this house. We lived in this was the longest house that I had ever lived in growing up as a kid. And it was, I don't know, I lived in that house like I think it was about 8 or 9 years. But this is the longest house that I had ever lived in, and was my only kind of like home. And so in this house, there was a lot of creepy stuff that happened there. And so I had that experience. But then another time within this house, I was in my room, and I'm going to sleep, and I'm laying down. And we had, it was a 4-bedroom house, and we had a long hallway, and that's where all the rooms were, in that hallway. So when I was going down that hallway, when you went down the hallway, that's where all the doors to the bedroom was. That's it. On that end of the house, it was just all the rooms. So anyways, one day I was going to bed, and everyone was asleep. I was the only one awake still. And when I was going to sleep, I shit you not, and I don't even know, I was laying down, and I didn't walk, shoot, I can't talk today. I was laying down in bed, going to bed, right? And just about as I'm starting to fall asleep, I start hearing like kids singing Ring Around the Rosies pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. And that was in that spare room. So I was a family of 4, my mom, my dad, me, and my brother, growing up. And yeah, that's an extra room, bro. There was no additional freaking kid in there playing Ring Around the Rosies, and me and my brother didn't have no toy that played that song. We didn't have anything. And so ironically, I was in the room and I was hearing pockets full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. It wasn't the same night that happened, from the tree to that, but it was another night. But I don't know if it correlated. I don't know, but it just freaked me out. And I was too scared to get up and go check it out. But I swear to you, I heard the singing of Ring Around the Rosies. And it sounded like a couple of kids, like maybe 3, I don't know. But I laid there and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm making my eyes big if you could see me, because it's starting to get dark. But anyways, it was freaky. So needless to say, I didn't move the rest of the night. And I woke up. I fell asleep because I was too scared to go investigate it. And no one else heard it, just me. No one else in my house heard it. I did ask, nobody else heard it, but I did. And I know it wasn't anyone else in our house that was singing that. So who knows? I don't know, but that's what I heard. So the moral of this story is, don't be afraid of falling. And if you do happen to fall, get up.